can't catch up because they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me glamour.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday night.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they... The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Ready?
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
56, check 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Tubbs. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied. They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Off the play fake. Henley going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready? 18.
Off play action. Tubbs. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down Seahawks.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake. Tubbs going up top. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And here now come the Falcons. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Hey, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Back to throw. Henley, and that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
94.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, watch the lane. Watch the 6.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Ready, ready. 30 base. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Muscles him off. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Tubbs. That's complete to Whitaker. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Johnson's got it complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Off play action. Tubbs. This is complete to Hawkins. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third and long. Henley, they'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
March 56. It's our time. It's our time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tubbs throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Move. 4 down.
Ready?
From the gun, Tubbs. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Tubbs, complete. It's Johnson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. first down. Tubbs. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Tubbs. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
Throwing on first down. Henley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing through the contact. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Falcons on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Henley looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Henley, and now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Henley over the middle, complete. It's Beal. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Henley. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Beal. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 10 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Tubbs. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
To throw on 2nd down. Henley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Throw left side, complete. That's long. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Henley. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw myself.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the punt, they have a long way to go if they want to tie this football game.
And when you say a long way to go, you mean the full 99 yards backed up almost as far as you can be. And they also have to be aware that the defense is going to come after them. A lot of defenses will blitz and attack in this situation, hoping to cause a little bit of havoc.
Looking to throw. Henley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. To throw on second down. Henley throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Off the play fake. Henley rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And some room to work. A big pickup of 38.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Henley. And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now the try here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He's going to look deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he coughed it up. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Off play action. Henley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. From the gun, Tubbs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive, 4 plays, and a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw. Henley over the middle, complete. That's Davidson. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, How do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The Seahawks on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Henley. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. On 1st and 10, Henley sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Looking to throw. Henley out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. 2nd and 1. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Henley. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Henley. And he rifles one incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again. Henley. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the 1st, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williamson. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On 1st down, Henley. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's long. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. 1st down, Falcons. Throwing on 1st down. Henley. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. Looking to throw. Henley. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores, the kicks away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes, because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
From the gun on 3rd down. Tubbs. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, If the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Throw. Tubbs. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Well, part 1 is done, now part 2. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. Henley. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped, and I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Atlanta, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory.